Let's walk and talk today. Okay, guys, I'm going to take you guys along this canal. In that way, we're going to go that way. And yeah, let's walk and talk. Today is Sunday, and it's quiet around this village where I am. Well, where I live, basically. So, welcome everybody. Welcome. Much appreciate for your subscription, for like it, for sharing, and for the comments. Really, I say thank you everybody for that. I do read your comments. It's fine. That's one guy. Yes, today I'm doing this video in different, let me say, way. Not talking about YouTubers, my own perspective. I'm just gonna walk and talk, and then one of the things I want to do is just the first point I want to raise is the African taboos on different things, how those behaviors, those social manners affect the progression in our communities. Yeah. As African living in the diaspora, is complicated sometimes, harder. It's not like you guys think this is a paradise. It's not. There is no place, such place like paradise in the diaspora. Everything is different, and they have their own laws, their own things. But let's start this. Taboo. I have been reading a lot about African taboos and misbehavior. So why not talk about them? Okay, today is all about walk and talk about African taboos. What comments I've been reading on the Facebook and also on this channel. Yes, this is living in the diaspora, an African living in the diaspora, and connecting with you guys in Africa. If you ask me how I did come across to Ayamaura, Guatemala, and Burundian tribal, and other bloggers, is the love and appreciation that I have from where I come from. Even I live away from home for certain reasons. Everybody from different countries have their reasons why they left their own country. Some they not been accepted, some they had economic issues, education, and so forth. But let's put this taboo straight to the point. Many of you, when comment and then they don't like the content, the first thing you pick up is on the person. Those who pick up on the person, they have a problem. And let me show you how that degrades you to a point just to ignore your comments. Is shows how low you are and how you don't accept an opposed thinking or an opposed way of doing things and view things. I'll give you guys an example. Recently, I saw something about Coffee Bay. It's a beautiful place in South Africa. If anyone have a chance, we're going to talk about this, about visas and everything in this video, how you guys can travel also. Coffee Bay in South Africa, and this guy does amazing video about Coffee Bay. And somebody comments on that video, say racist things. Guys, be serious, be honest with yourself. Be a content creator is basically do things that make a difference. Those things that make a difference is about showing people things some they don't have ability to understand, to figure out, to grow. The vision and also the mentality, the perception, how to achieve things. First of all, about employment. I have been watching this thing for quite long, and one of the reasons I left home, I'm from Mozambique by the way, just to let you know, was every time I went for a job, my own people, they used to look me down. They used to look the way I present myself, the way I look, because I'm a mixed race, and they had a different perception. This is an African taboo. It's difficult to discuss, it's difficult to accept, but it's an African taboo. But on the same note, we accept these people from Pakistan, from Bangladesh, from another places. You know, we accept them easily. When they come, they open something on the corner, they start sell matches, they start sell balloons, they start sell salt, something that we could do ourselves. Yeah. What is the difference between them and us? Is they don't feel ashamed of themselves. What they try to do is what we have tried and failed. Why? Because we don't think the way they think. Those people, before they came home, our villages, they have explored different opportunities, and they realize, watching the YouTube vlogs and everything, they spot weakness on us, Africans. That's why they come like swarms, and they become very successful in 3 days or 4 days, selling things with even not quality. So what it means, open horizons is not something you should be out there and say to people, oh, you are this, you should do that, you should be look out your grandchildren, your old man, you are that. Those are weaknesses of us Africans. We don't appreciate each other. That is one of the points. Yeah, guys. Okay, guys. So I was trying to talk to you guys about this situation, these taboos we have, especially those watching my videos and other vloggers and content creators. I love it, your comments. I'm not going to say I didn't love it, because I start get the sense that you need people to tell you the truth. And one of the truth is this: you narrow your mind. You become somebody where you don't look to grow. And grow is what you see in other bloggers. Yeah, there is haters. Africans is typical of them. When they fail doing something, they like take this hate speech. We see now politicians. We see and in the community. We see in some vlogs on the internet, strange behaviors. I have to, I accept, and then I congratulate those. But what I want to try to tell you guys is what I have learned with time. One of the things I learned before I left home was When you go for a job interview in Africa, be humble. Try to be simple. Try to sell yourself, to present yourself in a very, very different manner. It's not like here in Europe that the code of dress, the way arrive on time, all these things. In Africa, you need to try to understand something different. The people try to employ you, most of them, they're trying to explore you, being your own. This is one of the main things. So you need to take those risks, accept them, and then learn the trade and start prospecting the world, look around and see how you can walk away and do it better. This is one thing. Also, when you write your CVs, please, everybody needs to have a CV. Just be honest, introduce yourself, put your name, where you live, and don't make up. If you never work, you never do nothing, just put your first name, your address. If your ID, we don't need to put ID, just your name, your address, where you live, if you live in a community, and what school you are done, or what you done, if you went to university, if you have any experience of doing something. You don't need to be 2-3 pages, even can be half page. That tells all about you. That is all about CV. This is one of the things I have learned about as an African, and how these people in Africa, when we go ask for a job, start to look, explore other things. So if you want to say you know about health and safety, you know about dealing with customer services, you can do those things. You can go on YouTube. And there is content creators specialize in health and safety. That is important. That is good. There is courses for many things. There is this website called allison.com. You can do courses, learn things, and they give you a certificate. So basically what I'm trying to say to you guys is try to be honest and try to learn. Not put yourselves down. Lose face value. This is one of the biggest taboos we have in Africa. Is always call people names. Just comment, just be honest and say, listen, I don't think you should do this. I don't like your comment or don't appreciate it. Yeah, that will do it. But offend somebody is a weakness. And most of us Africans, they have access to internet like content creators or other brothers. Come here insulted. Yeah, you are welcome to have, but come on, let's start use a normal language, not this colored language that make you feel greater, like you are the best of the best. Nobody's best. You see, I have learned a lot of things. Some of the things I have learned is when I look to other content creators' video, I try to pay attention, details, things. Recently, I came across this video about this musician from Nigeria that one of the vloggers done it. What I saw in that video was how proud the musician was about the content creator. That was quite interesting, that the whole video is about uplifting, empowering the other brother. Even the other brother has done collabs with different content creators. That was brilliant, sweet. I was so happy to see this Nigerian guy doing that. I was like, wow, I wish our brothers do this continuous. Yeah, not just go and dig in somebody's grave. Look to Ayamara, the videos he done now recently in Brazil. In the last 4 videos, there is 2 subjects there, and people there, some people are like, that is the usual Ayamara. Yeah, he's the usual Kenyan guy that came from the village. He's been honest, he's been put there. If you go to his Instagram, you're gonna see where he comes from and where he is today. And then he's been open and honest to say about that. I came also from that. You came. So this is the things, the taboos we have to break ourselves. We can't be closed. YouTube is a wonderful place. There is so much to learn here, so much to laugh, even to make it you grow. I don't want to mention more bloggers, travel, and other content creators. There are Africans out there, they're doing business that on countries with impossible laws, with impossible financial institutions. Yeah? Gentlemen, but they're succeeding. I saw recently about a guy who used to be a security guard in Europe. One day woke out, he went back home and ended up being very successful. That is good. Why? He says, I used to sit and watching these videos and these things on the internet, and then I start follow up things. Yeah, I wanna be in a contractor. He went to do a project management course online. He learned it, and when he start apply for jobs, people they start laugh at him. They say, okay, I don't have nothing to lose. At least I have learned something. Why I don't implement myself? That is the ego you have to have. Not let yourself down with cheaper talk. You might find my one cheaper talk for you, but others might find it interesting. Okay, let me go back on other thing I talked earlier about these foreigners coming to Africa. What is the difference of these foreigners see in Africa? Well, these people, they don't have a difference between us and them. Some people, they will say, it's the color, the brotherhood. No, I will tell you, these people, they know to differentiate the lifestyle they have in their home with the family and the business. The business for them is a workplace. What is a home is a family. So they separate the gains they do on the day and with the expenditure of their family at home. Some people, even they don't eat. They'll eat, they will share a loaf of bread. Why? Because he knows if he manages to sell those small things in his shop and get some certain value, he can subtract some for pay his expenses and go buy the merchandise and grow his business. That's how these people do it. So you can do it that. The problem, all of us, even me, I have done, was I used to sell bananas. I used to have a bicycle, leave from Kilimani and go to this place out of the city where I used to live called Kilimani. I used to go to this place called Kwalani and then go more further. And then I used to bring to town bananas and resell it. In the beginning, I used to eat my profits. But one day I met this disabled guy. He needs help with somebody to drive him around. And we start to talk. He say, you have a family somewhere, they are farmers and this. And how we met, this is another interest point. There was a crisis in Mozambique. We had a dictatorship situation where everything the government was dictating. You want to go toilet, you needed to get a declaration from somebody, they control 10 houses. Anyway, this is like an idea to give you how the dictatorship was working. And so I start plant vegetables behind my mom's house. as this was a construction site, start planting veggies, lettuce, tomatoes, and then was a crisis in the country. Mozambique is a rich country. It's like Kenya, is like Uganda, is like any African country. The only difference what is the white people put borders between us. We are all the same. You guys in Kenya, they call Mbuzi. At Kilimani in Zambezia province where I come, Mbuzi is the same story. You guys talk about Mashamba. Where I come, you guys say Shamba, we say Mashamba. They're common words, okay? So guys, I realized I could not take my products and eat every time. So I start capitalizing my profits. That small veg farm I had behind my mom's house, this guy spot for the building he was. He calls me, say, hey, let's do this together. We can go pick up tomatoes, veggies, and bring to town, and then we're gonna go knock on doors, people's doors, and sell it. And that went right. My business went right. Even I gained money from that business, and then it left because family issues, affairs. I went on doing. That money, you don't believe, took me somewhere else. I managed to get to Mozambique, the Mozambique capital, Maputo. I tried to hustle and puzzle, things that didn't work. I went up and down. So that's what is the difference we have between these guys. They come, they start selling cell phones, they start doing this. Yeah. Why these guys are doing this? They do not come into our village just by their own. Also, they have some connection. Friends. If you keep your friendship with people, they are successful and trustworthy, and you commit yourself to them, you can do it. I have seen brothers here in Africa, a lot of Nigerians, people from Nigeria, Ghana, even Congolese. When I came here in the 98, life was tough. This place was grim. But today when I walk around, I'm feeling proud of my brothers. Yeah, I feel proud of those guys. Today they have their own IT shops, printing shops, food shopping, restaurants. You can eat fufu, you can eat Nigerian food, you can do anything you want. Here in Europe, Africans. So, why you can't be successful? Why you have to be there commenting every time negative? We need comment negative things like people come and lie blatantly in our faces, because that takes us, that taints us. You don't need to lie. Yeah, it's young, whatever. We'll grow up. We smoke weed. We done madness. Yeah, it's true. But when somebody criticizes somebody or labels somebody, there is two levels. Is one to call your attention to grow up and get out of that mistake. And go. It's not like the haters. There is more African haters, content creators, compare Americans, compared to Europeans, Asian, Australian. Yeah. If we research on the internet, you're gonna see the Africans. Why? This is what becomes interesting. Because it's painful. It's painful for another African to accept somebody is successful. This is one of our weakness. That's why when we see white people coming, we don't stand our ground. We behave like we saw Jesus Christ.